guys, it's Peggy from the Paper Bumblebee. So today I wanted to start my bee junk journal. I am so excited to be starting this, and this is also a design team project for Natalie from Line.Arrow. So what I've done so far is made 3 signatures with all the papers from the kit, inclusive the papers from the freebies. I also included those. What I've done is I printed them on some papers. Some papers are just a normal copy paper. Some papers are a little bit thicker, about 80 GSM or something. And I just glued them back to back. And some I glued coffee dyed papers on them. Some I collaged with book pages, just to get a little bit of difference in between, and some textures, and just having so much fun with this so far. I added one little, this is a CD sleeve in the first signature, and then each signature I added just something. So in this signature, the second one, I also added, I think, a little envelope of some sorts. Here I added some tape that I made myself with some alcohol inks. Here I've got just a little small little envelope. And in this one, let's see if I've got anything special in here. And I'm not going to sew in these pages yet, for they will still be some freebies that I want to add. So this is going to be like a really nice chunky little monkey. No, so no envelope in the middle signature. I'm just changing that. So these are my 3 signatures. So I have glued the pages together, but they're not perfectly because I only used a glue stick. What I'm going to do, they are nice and dry, I am going to sew around all the pages, and then that will be my 3 signatures that I'm going to put in my junk journal. And I don't know if you can see, I also splattered the first page with some gold and just did some gold painting on there as well, but that's just plain. I want to use, this was a paper bag, I want to use the paper bag as my cover. I love the softness and the coziness of a paper bag as cover. And I was playing, and I think I am going to use this beautiful fabric. I just think it looks like honeycomb, and I think I will be using that for the outside of my cover. This is some fabric from Tim Holtz. It's called, I think, Abandoned, but I'm not sure. This is just a strip. This was a real small piece that I bought, and it's got all these names on, so I'm not sure. So that was from Tim Holtz, and I think I will be using that for the cover. So that's how far I am at the moment. So what I'm going to do now is sew all these pages, so around them, and I think what I'm going to do is, but I'm going to do that with you guys, glue this on my cover and also sew around them, or this one. But I also have to figure out what I'm going to do on the inside, and I was thinking maybe, just going to have a look, if I do the cover like I did some of the pages and just collage some book pages. I think I want to do that on the inside, but I'm going to do that with you guys. and I'm going to use some different papers. So this is German, beautiful German font. This is, I think it was different language. I'm not sure now. We'll see. I'll tell you when I've got the book. This is just a nice yellow page. This is again the German page, and this is just Dutch. So I'm going to do that for the inside, I think. So first I'm going to sew quickly. Okay guys, I've got some book pages. Let's cover the inside. I have already just had a look what I need. I'm going to use these 2 pages to go into this, and I'm going to keep this as a pocket, I think. So I'm just going to use some paint stick, some glue stick to glue this on the inside, and then I am going to sew. So let's do that quickly. See what side you want to show and which side you want to go on the inside. Let's see if we can get that in there. This is not a really deep pocket, so I want that to go in there really nice. I only glued half of the page so that I can put that in there nicely, and then I'm going to glue the rest like so. And if there's just a bit of the brown showing, that's fine. Doing the second page. Let's see, again I'm gonna put some glue on half of my page. So there we go. Let's put that in there as well. Something like this. Yeah. And then the rest, I'm gonna glue that. And I have not glued the bag together yet. I did put some tape on here, but I'm gonna sew anyway, so that's fine. Okay, on this side, I'm gonna use these 2 pages. These are Russian, I think, pages from a Russian dictionary, and I am going to glue them on the pocket. Let's put some glue on here. See what I want. Oh, it's a bit the same, so let's just glue this on here. It's a bit too big, but that's fine. We can cut that off, and I'm just going to leave a little bit of the brown showing, and then this I don't like that much. I'm just going to glue a piece of a book on there just to get it to look a bit like it has been collaged. Put that on there, and then on this side I am going to glue another one of those beautiful yellow pages. They are so beautifully yellow. What do I want? This side, or do I want this side? Doesn't really matter. And I'm going to use this to cover a piece as well, so loving that. Can do the top or the bottom, just checking what I want. Do I want this or do I want this? I think I'm going to go for this, so I'm going to glue this side. And I'm going to sew before I'm going to put on my fabrics. Then it can go underneath the fabric. So putting this on here. I'm going to cover this piece with a piece of this paper. Beautiful yellow brown old paper. Just going to take this off, and on the side as well. There we go. And no, I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to put that on there. So glue on there again. Put that on there, and then I'm going to put a piece of this on there like so, or maybe like this. Yeah, just to give that look that it's collaged. I think I'm going to sew then. Now I'm going to sew, I think, and I'm not just going around, I'm going to zigzag in between as well to give it like a little look that it has been what do you call it, it's going to fall back quickly. Let's see. Like quilts, sort of, kind of. We'll see. I'm going to cut this so that it is straight with my cover. This side as well. And now I'm going to sew, and then I will be back and we can do the rest of the inside. Well, I'm not done. I'm just thinking I can sew around this like so, but not this part, for this is a pocket. So I'm going to sew around this like so, and then this I'm going to sew around as well, and in between, and then I will be back. Okay guys, I've sewn around it and in between a bit. So now I'm just going to use some gesso and soften up those edges a bit. I'm just going to take my book again and just drop some on here, and then whoops, use my finger and just soften those edges a bit where I used glue to glue the pages together and where they are separated. So I'm just going to go over everywhere where it is, the pages are joining. So guys, I am having a cold, or I have a cold, and my voice is strange and everything. So guys, my son just came in to bring me a sandwich, so I just ate that quickly. So I'm just going to soften up around some of the edges here, there, everywhere, that it's not that weird, that it's gesso some places, and other places there's not. So just putting gesso where the stitching is. Sorry guys. So just using up all my gesso quickly. Here we go. I'm gonna let that dry quickly. Okay guys, I always use my inks, but I also have these distress crayons and I haven't really used them yet. So I was thinking maybe I should just use them. So I checked and I wanted to use this brown. It's walnut stain. And this is vintage photo. So one of these two I want to use. And I thought maybe we start with a darker one. Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know. Just spritzing some water on here that I want to use. And I'm going to take this crayon and just go around it and make some lines. And these are water. They react with some water. So I was thinking I want to use my finger and see if that works. And otherwise I am going to take a paintbrush. But it seems to work. Don't know if this is the best way, but some more water. And this is just to get some interest on there. So I like that. I'm going to do the same on this side. So just around where there couldn't be any stitches at all. Just some lines in between. And then again some water. And these are, like I said, water resistant, and when they dry you cannot move them. So I am loving this. I think I will be using these often. I don't know why I never use these. I think I just forgot them. So loving this. And now for its bee journal, I think I will just quickly dry everything, and then we can play with some more inks. And I want to use wild honey for, it's supposed to be like honey, so I'll be back when it's dry. Okay, so there we go, this is dry. So I've got my distress spray stain, and this is wild honey, and I'm just going to let that drip on the top here. Well, don't want to throw over your bottle, Peggy, then all your ink is gone. I want it to be like so, and then just, let me just close that before I throw it up. Want it to drip down like honey. How far it will go, drop in like so, and then of course maybe I'm gonna try on this side just to spray it. Let's see how that will go, and then some water on there as well, and let it drip. So I'm gonna leave it like that to dry, and I think that is cute. I'm gonna let that dry like that, and it should represent the honey dripping down. I hope you can see that as well. So I'm just gonna again dry this quickly. Okay guys, so I dried that, and then I want to make this as dark as this, so I'm gonna do that again. Just nice and crunchy. Again, some water. And I don't want it to be too runny, for then it's going to be light again. So I'm going to dry that quickly again. There we go. So I'm loving that. Then I printed this little bee. I made this in Canva, and I made it into black and white, and I'm going to make this, as you can see, I think I made a notch here, and I am going to make this into a back pocket on here. I love this look, so I'm going to glue this down here. I'm just thinking of what glue I should use. If I should use double-sided tape, I think I'm going to do that. And then of course I'm going to use some beautiful yellow, I think, ribbon or lace to get a nice finish of this. Just going to cut that straight, I think. There we go. I can't see it now, but I am going to take some double-sided tape, just an old scissor, and glue this down here. And I think, how thick is this? It's quite thick. I'm gonna half take this and just cut that in half. See what we need for the sides. So cut this in half. See, this is the back, and then use that on there. So 1/2 on this side and the other half on this side. And I want another half on the bottom, so I'm not going to use the whole thing. I'm going to cut it, and the rest I'm just going to put back on the roll, and then half of that I'm going to put on the bottom here. Oh, it's a bit too short, but that's okay. We can just use a piece to fill that up if you want to. I'm just going to get a piece to fill that up. Okay, so I'm just going to, this is too long, I'm just going to cut that off, both sides. And now I'm just going to take off the backing. On everything, including this little piece. There we go. I'm going to put that on here. As a pocket. Now we want to use some lace to finish it off. So I've got this yellow and I've got this orangey yellow. Wondering what would be nice. This one or this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This is a bit wider. And I'm going to glue this on here. And I'm just going to use some fabric glue. So guys, it was my son again. It's really hard filming when your kids are at home. They haven't got holiday or anything, but my son's got a week that he has got tests, so it's like going to school for 1 or 2 hours and then he's back at home. There we go. For now, that's fine. So let's see. I think you will be wondering what I'm going to do here. I am going to use the slides that I made. Where did I put them? I made some specimen cards on my previous video. Here they are, and I'm going to use them, maybe this one in the middle, on here like so, and they are going to be used as little pockets. So I'm going to make a pocket like on the side that you can put like a tag or something in there. I'm just going to see if I haven't got anything now that I can show you guys what I mean. Just see. Nope. Well, I'm going to put some glue here on the top, the bottom, and on the side, and I'm going to glue that down, and it's going to have a tag in there. But I'm thinking of making it like a flip out. So it's going to be on to something, so I'm going to think about that. I'm going to see how we are going to do the front, or the journal's cover. What are we going to do there? Well, I've got some beautiful fabric, as I've shown you what I want to use on here, like so. But I was thinking, I was lying in bed and I was thinking, I want to make it more layered, or seem like it is layered. So I want to, or I want to cut, or I want to fold it or something. And then underneath I want to put some cheesecloth, but it looks like the cheesecloth is peeking out. But now I'm wondering if I should use dye on my cheesecloth inks. I think I have to, and I think I'm going to use the wild honey again. Or is that too much yellow? Let's see. I'm going to test that on a piece, on this piece. So this is cheesecloth. I'm going to wet this so that it can soak in some inks. I'm going to put some of this ink on here, put some water on there, and we are going to dye this piece of cheesecloth quickly. And my hand, my fingers and everything, like this. And let's see if I put that on there. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. And I use this like so. What do you think? I think that's cute. Yeah, I love that. So I am going to take some more pieces of cheesecloth. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use small pieces, and I'm going to make a hole, and I'm going to rip and stuff, and then just put this underneath. So I'm going to take a few pieces of cheesecloth. I'm going to dye that with this wild honey distress spray stain, and then I will be back and we can go and do the front of my cover. Okay guys, so I dyed some cheesecloth, and now I want to figure out how I want to get that underneath the fabric. So I'm gonna cut a little hole in here, and I'm gonna try and tear. Wow, it won't. And one a bit like this. Why doesn't it tear? Wow. There we go. And this is going to go underneath. Let's see. So I think we can make the hole a bit bigger. Well, it's quite a big piece. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. I'm just wondering if I should. I think I will leave this on and do something like that. Let's pin that. Something like that. Then on this side we want to tear. Don't want to cut into my finger. Something like that and something like that. So almost the same as that. Let's see. Wow, it's really tough. I want this to stay on its place like that, and I want to put this underneath this hole. So I want something like this, and it might get out like that. And I'm going to put that as well. I want that something like this. And what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to glue first, and when it's dry, the glue, I am going to sew around this. I am going to do that the same on the back, and I think this is for the front. It's going to be like that, and I want to, what do I want on the front? I want to use this, I think, on the cover, something like this. I'm going to do twine. I did ink around this. I'm going to do some twine around the bottle's neck, and I want it to come this way. I think I want some more twine to this side. Yeah, so I'm going to make a little knot. On here. I want it to be on the side of the bottle. And then I am going to back the bottle, not too tight, with some cardstock so that it's a bit sturdier. And this I inked around as well, and I'm going to attach this to my little bottle. So just going to make a little knot again. Let's see. Maybe just a little bow. Is that cute? Let's see. I'm not going to cut yet. I'm going to cut now. Let's see. Do I want a bow or don't I want a bow? It's too big. No, I don't want a bow. I'm going to make a knot. Like so, and I want it to hang like so. Just gonna cut this short, and I'm going to back this quickly, and this is going to be on my cover. I'm not sure. I'm going to cover it with some brown cardstock, I think, and maybe even put something on there with bee or something. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to check in the kit for something. This is going to be my cover. So I'm going to sew this quickly and do the same on the back. and this is going to be glued on here, I think. So what I'm going to do is, it's not attached to the cover yet, so I'm going to take it off, sew around this, and then glue the whole thing as is onto the cover. So this aside, I'm going to do this quickly, and on the back I'm going to tear as well and just do the same, and then I will be back when I have sewn. Okay guys, I have sewn in the pieces of cheesecloth and I think it's cute, so let's glue this on the paper bag that I used. I did glue down a little piece of the cheesecloth on the corner here, and I want to, when we glue, just glue this so that we've got like a little corner on there. I am going to use some PVA medium glue. Hopefully this is still okay to use. It's really thick, so I'm going to thin it down with some water, and hopefully that will be better to use. Got some water in here. Let's see how much water we need. Let's see if I've got a nice little brush. Okay, so I've got a lot of water. Let's mix this. I think I've got too much water. So then we have to add some glue. Let's mix this quickly. Yeah, I think this is way too thin. I think I'm going to put some more glue in there. Let's put that, don't want it to fall over. Oh, sorry guys. Okay, there we go. I'll mix this with some more glue. Let us glue this down. And I want it to be, whoops, I don't want it to be flat. I want it to be just nice, and I want some creases and all kinds of nice stuff, and that for that we need a lot of glue so that you can play with the fabrics. I'm just going to leave that corner, so I'm going to put this on here, and I need it to be nice, and I want some creases, and I want it to be nice, and I don't want it to be straight. Okay, this won't be necessary. Okay, I'm just going to use a little paper towel. Hopefully I left enough for the whole cover. And if it is necessary, I can always still sew through the whole thing. So let's do the spine. I think this is okay. So the spine. And then the back. Some more glue. Enough so that it will stick nicely. Okay, Let's see. Put this on here. Need some more on the top there. Okay, so I've got this. I'm gonna let this dry, and then we can put this on the cover. I backed it up, and in between I did some cheesecloth, and I am thinking of, I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna leave it like this or if I'm going to just go around it with some vintage photo. So I'm just gonna press this so that it is glued down nicely. There we go. Just going to make some space here. Don't know what's going on. So this is going to be the cover for now. So I'm gonna let that dry. I think here we need some more glue, and then I will be back again with the piece that I want on my cover. I hope. I'm not sure, because I'm going to cover a lot of this beautiful fabrics. Maybe I should do something smaller, or just nothing at all. I did want to put this on, but it also covers a lot. We will see. I am going to let this dry quickly and think what we can do on the cover. Okay guys, so I have glued everything down, and I think I will glue this on here like so. I do like it. This is going to be the spine, so this is going to be how it looks. It's going to be like a round spine, so something like that. So I inked around the cheesecloth a bit. I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to use some black thread for it to, well, stand on, sort of, something like this. I think I can even put some gold threads in between there. I think that would be cute as well. And then put that in there. Like so. And then I'm going to glue that down like that. Yeah, let's just go for it. I've got some of that PVA glue or medium left, so I'm just going to use that to glue everything down. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of this little card. Actually, it's a mason jar, and I think it's so cute. Okay. Glue that on there. I hope it will stick on the fabric. Yeah, I think that will work. So this is how far we got. So this is going to be my cover. This is going to be my inside. This is like a little pocket we did. And this is the back side. No, I have to let this dry. So I hope you like it so far. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And I hope to see you again soon for the inside. So have a nice day. Till next time. Bye-bye. Bye.